Good morning, all. Thanks for the joining. Please confirm if I am audible to all. You can type in chat message. And if you have a question, you can raise your hand and I will unmute you and you will be able to speak. Okay, please confirm if my screen is visible to all. Okay, thanks. And the thing is like, I want your responses as well. This will be not a traditional class like where I will be speaking and you will be listening. I want your interaction as well so that you will have the good attention to the class and you will learn very easily and quickly. So first of all, let me know who are the first time joiner, like who have not joined the induction session. Is it first class, like you have not attended the first session? So for those, because I have covered there what syllabus we are going to cover, and the first topic or very important aspect of DevOps engineer is to learn the Linux. So we will start from the Linux basics and we will go ahead and we will advance the any tool. So what is Linux? So Linux is an operating system, just like we use a Windows. But why use Linux? Any guesses? You want to speak? You can raise your hand and I will allow you to speak. So here, Linux is required for DevOps engineer. So as we know, Windows operating system, it was designed or developed from the Microsoft operating system. So there was a scientist, we can say, so Linus Torvald. So he is the creator of Linux and he created this operating system and he created long back and still today date everyone is using Linux. The first thing of Linux is more secure as compared to the Windows operating system and it is more reliable. So if you have seen, if you are using all Android phones, the kernel of Android is derived from the Linux operating system itself. That's why Android mobiles are less prone to the viruses. And this is a very important part of Linux. Here, file permission one differently as compared to the Windows. So first, why Linux is required? So the first thing is Linux is the open source operating system. There are multiple flavors of Linux, just like Red Hat, SUSE Linux, Ubuntu, and many more. So what is different in all the Linux from one to another? So as we know, Linux is open source, means anyone can take the source code of a Linux and he can make the changes into that operating system. So here, these are some companies who take the source code originally from the Linus Torvalds repository and they make it changes, they develop a custom features to that. And then some operating system like Red Hat, they give a free version as well as paid version. So free version has a limited features where paid version provide the support from the Red Hat team as well. So this is a operating system. So we will learn how to use a Linux operating system. Reason is first why we have to learn it is secure than Windows operating system. Then it is freely available. For example, if we have to host the Windows server, then we have to pay the huge amount to the Windows. Then only we can buy the license and we can host our application. But in case of Linux, we don't need to pay license cost as Linux is open source. So these are the two factors. Second thing, it is widely acceptable. Like a lot of people use Linux because of its architecture implementation is very easy. So let's try to understand difference between Linux and Windows. So for that, what you will need, you need either you can have a virtual machine or you can use the cloud account. So how many of you are having cloud accounts? It may be AWS, Azure, GCP, any cloud account. Do you have your cloud accounts created for practice? Let me know yes or no. If you have any cloud accounts, let me know yes. If you don't have, let me know, say no in the comment box. Okay. I want responses from everyone so that I can understand and I can give you the solution for that. Okay. So I guess no one is having cloud. I will show you. Let me share my screen. Okay. So this is you can see my screen, right? So you need to download Oracle VirtualBox. So what it will do, it will create. So whatever operating system you are using, so most probably you are using a Windows or Mac. So if you are using a Windows, then you have to go to this website. I will share it into a comment box so that everyone can visit this. So at this point, sorry, at this point, when we are practicing a Linux, we don't need any cloud account. I will let you know when we will need. So everyone, you have to open your cloud account, and I will share the steps as well, how to create the cloud account. But for practicing a Linux, I don't want to. You should spend some money, and you should practice without any uh, tension. Like if you are having cloud account, then you will need internet, and there are limitations. So as you already have your personal laptops, so if you have Windows or you have Mac, go to this. If you have Windows host, and you can see download will automatically start. So this will download a virtual box. So what is this virtual box? So you all have a, you can see this is a Windows operating system which is running inside my laptop. But here I want to install one more operating system that is called a Linux. So then how I can do that? So I can install a virtual box. So this kind of application, you can see once this is downloaded, I will install it and I will show you how to set up a virtual machine to installing a Windows. So you can see this is downloading. At the same time, we will need Ubuntu. At this point, you must have know there are two types of operating system. One is server operating system and another is a client operating system. So being a DevOps engineer, we have to work on a server operating system. And this is the official website of Ubuntu where you can go and download the operating system. So here we have, you can see here, it is showing 2.6 GB. You have to download this ISO image. So you can sign up for this and you will get, if it is required, you want get some notification newsletter, then otherwise you can see automatically as soon as you click on download, a download will start. And depending on your internet speed, it will take some time and it will get downloaded. So let me see if I have already downloaded. Okay, so I have already one downloaded image. You can see it. It is okay. You are not able to see it. So you can see I have already downloaded this Ubuntu 24.01. So this way, so I will skip this download because I have already downloaded. But what is important, the virtual box which I have just shown to you. So if you see, this is a virtual box which is downloaded, and you have to install it. Just like next. I accept terms, license agreement. Next. you can select this option or uncheck. So it will install your virtual box. So this why we are doing this? Because we need to practice Linux. We need to learn Linux commands. And then when we can do effectively practice when we have a Linux machine in our local machine. So we have, being a DevOps engineer, we have to do a lot of practicals on a cloud. But before that, we need to master in Linux. So that's why I am asking you to use a virtual box at the beginning. So you can see this virtual box is available. So I have already used this. So you can see there are already instance it is showing. But if you are doing for the first time, then it will not show you like this. So you can go to the machine, option machine here, click on new, and then you can give the any name of your choice. Let's say we are installing Ubuntu server. So I will give it name as a Ubuntu server. So it's very easy. Then here you have to select the folder path where you want to install this virtual machine. And by default, it will take C VirtualBox VMs. So you don't need to change this. And then here is option ISO image. So here you can go here and you can see in download section, I have already downloaded. So it is listed. So if it is not listed, then you can go here, others, and you can select the path where it is downloaded like this. So you can see. So I will select this and click open. So I just select this and these are options. So you can ignore this and it will start installing it. So if you have installed by chance Windows operating system or if you have formatted your laptop, same steps are here. And you can see try or install Ubuntu server. It will install automatically. It will take some time and you have to just follow next, and it will, your machine will be ready. Okay. Do you have any questions till this part which we have seen? Any questions? If you don't understand anything, let me know. Okay. No questions. Good. So it will take some 5 to 10 minutes. So I don't want to waste time here because it will take 5 to 10 minutes. So what we can do, I have already a one machine and let's use it. So you can see this is a machine which I have created. So I am starting it. So it will get started. And like that, you can start using this. Okay. And you can see I have logged into this machine. Is my text visible to all? Let me confirm. Or I need to make it full screen. Is it visible to all or it's very small font? Visible? Please confirm yes if it's visible. You should be able to see black screen with VBox user. Okay. If you are readable, then perfectly fine. Okay, someone is saying small. If you are watching from the mobile, then it may be small. Okay. So what I will do today, we don't need a much Linux. So I will use a Git bash. So which is a Linux only. Now I think it will be visible to all. Okay, now it should be visible to all and you should not have any problems. So now here we will learn simple thing. Like we will start from very basics. So whenever we have to create any new file, how we create on a Windows. We right click on a desktop, right? And then we right click on a desktop, select new and create the files. But here in Linux, whenever we have to create a new files, little bit we have to use the command lines. Whenever we are working with Linux, we can't use a mouse. So now you will may ask me, sir, I have seen some machines where mouse is usable, but those are a graphical user interface machine, and those are a desktop. Those are the client Linux versions where they provide a graphical user interface. But for DevOps engineer, we will work on a Linux servers. So these Linux servers will never have a graphical user interface. So whenever we have to connect to the Linux server, we have to depend on a command line. And we have to use the terminal. So here, whenever you connect to the Linux server, you will see a black screen with the command prompt. So here we will learn today the very basic commands, how to create a files, how to create a folders, how to copy those files. Because these are the commands when we are working on projects are going to help us. And these are the very basics. So here, being a DevOps engineer, you don't need a level knowledge of a Linux as an administrator. You don't need to learn in-depth knowledge about Linux, or you don't need to be Linux administrator skills. But here you should have some 10, 20 to 30 commands and you should be able to use it. And that we will learn. So very first thing, where we are. So that is the important, like the current location. So we can see use the path PWD. So now you can see here, this is my path where I am currently located. So this is my C drive, users folder and async. So now here I want to create a one folder, right? So we can create, right click on Windows desktop and select new, and we can create the folder. But in this, as we don't have a mouse, so we will use a command mkdir. Mkdir means make directory, and we can give the name of the folder. So DevOps batch. So you can give any name and you can see the folder has been created. So now you will see nothing is coming. It means your command has been executed successfully. So now you have to see that folder. So there is a command called ls. Ls means list. So you can see, so now here you can see there are multiple files which are available in this folder. But here I want to go inside this folder which I have just created. So for that, I need to use one more command, that is cd. Cd means change the directory. And I have to type just initial letters of that folder, and I can press tab. So you can see it automatically appears. I will show you once again. Have your attention on a screen. Here, I have created a folder called a DevOps patch. And now I want to go inside that folder. So that for that, there is a command called a cd. Cd means change the directory. So you can see why I'm changing directory. If I use a command pwd means present working directory. So if I type this, so it will show me the current folder or directory where I am now. But here I have created a new directory. So I want to go inside that directory. So I will use a command cd. Cd stands for change directory. And I will type the name of a directory. I don't need to type entire name. I just type 3 characters. And if I press a tab, so it will auto complete the name and it will suggest me what are the folders or directories available with dev. And if I can go inside this. So now here you can see earlier it was showing up to this tilt only, and it was showing as a main. So ignore this main part. But here you can see now it is showing slash DevOps batch. It means I am inside a new folder which I have created. Okay, so I hope now everyone understand how to create new folder in a Linux, or we will call it as a directory. So very simple command. Let me create one more directory or one more folder. So now I create a one more folder. Command is mkdir. Mkdir means make directory. So this command will create a new directory. So you can give a name, any name to this. practice. Let's give a name as a practice and just press enter. So you can see successfully came to the next line without any error. It means we have successfully created a directory. So I want to check it is created or not. Then I can type ls. Ls for stands for list. So I press, and here you can see the practice directory is available in my main folder. So this is my directory which I have created. Inside that I have created this practice directory. Okay. So everyone understood how to create the directory. So now here, let's say I want to create a file. Okay. So just like we have to create txt file, we open Notepad in our Windows machine. Here we have an editor called a VI. The name of editor itself is a VI. So whenever we have to create a new file, then we have to use the name of the editor. So VI is the editor, and we have to give the name of the file. Let's say syllabus.txt. So here I am giving a name syllabus. So I am want to create a txt file, and name of file should be syllabus. So here, as you see, you don't see any icons, you don't see any buttons, you don't see any graphics. So it is running all command line. So I will use a VI. So VI is the editor, just like your notepad. VI is editor in Linux. I will type VI, and then I will give a name of a file which I want to create. So let's say I want to create a file syllabus.txt. So I will type syllabus.txt and I will press enter. As soon as I press enter, you can see a black screen with a tilt symbol appear. So here at the bottom, you can see syllabus.txt Unix, and then it is showing the time, and this time is not set properly. So here you can see syllabus.txt and it is showing as a new, means this file is not available in my system. So now here I want to type anything, but as soon as I type, you can see there is a blinks. So in Linux, first I need to set the mode. So this file is open, but I want to enable the insert mode. So how I can do? I need to press a key I button on my keyboard. So as soon as I press I button, you can see at the bottom, insert mode is enabled. So now file is open for insert mode. So here, if I type, I can type, and you can see it is showing me the results. So here I can type the information like, and it is just like Notepad. You can type all the contents, whatever you want into this file. So here I want to save the file. So what we do in Windows, Control S, right? Or we go to the file and then we click a save. But here we, as a command line, you can see our file is firstly available in insert mode. So I need to get out of that insert mode. For that, I have to press escape key on my keyboard. So as soon as I press escape key, then I have to press shift colon. See at the bottom of the screen, bottom left side, two dots are available. And then I have to type WQ. WQ means write and quit. So I have added 3 lines of code. If I am adding WQ, it means write and quit. So as soon as I press enter, I have written those changes in my files and I have quit that file. So now you can see I am came back to my previous screen. So it is very simple. Okay. So first I want to reopen that file. Okay. So what I can do, I can use the same command which I used to create a file, vi syllabus.txt. Now you can see it appeared automatically without typing. How it appeared? I just press a up arrow key. And then this last commands which we have used, that I can see using up arrow. So if I want to go to the previous command, this was ls. So I can press one more time up arrow key. If I want to go previous command, you can see all previous commands are available using just up arrow key. If I want to go back then I can use a down arrow key and it will show the commands as well. So here I will open the same file using vi syllabus.txt and I will press enter. So now you can see the file which I have just now created is available. So now let's see, I want, I open this file. If I start typing, it will not accept anything. So until and unless I press the insert. So as soon as I press insert, you can see insert is showing at the bottom. After pressing I on my keyboard, the files are available for insert. So now, if I don't want to make any changes, I can simply press. Okay, so now you can see if I pressing a colon, it is typing there, but I want to get out of this insert mode. So how I can do that? I need to press escape key, and now I can press shift colon, and you can see at the bottom of the screen, 2 colons are there. I don't want to make any change, save any changes. I will simply type Q. So Q will quit the file. And it is saying no write since last change. So if it is not allowing me to queue, I need to queue exclamatory marks, means forcefully quit. So queue exclamatory mark will get me out of this editor. So this is a very simple commands which we have learned. So let's revise it quickly. What we have learned. The first thing, we need to check where we are. So for that, we use a command pwd present working directory. So it will show me the current working directory where I am working. So you can see I am working in this directory C users esenglish/DevOps batch. So this is my current working directory. If I have to create a new directory or new folder, I can use the command make directory. And then I can give the name to directory, let's say Linux, and press enter. So using mkdir, I can create the directories. I want to see the files inside the directory. I can type ls. ls for list. So now you can see here are these 2 folders, Linux and practice, which we have created. And you can see this is showing in a blue color, and then it is showing a slash because these are the directories. And this is a file. You can see syllabus.txt. This is showing in a white color text because this is a file and it is not showing a slash. So here you can identify the files which are having slash. These are the directories or folders. These 2 are directories or folders. Okay. So this is a syllabus.txt. And now here, if you want to create a multiple files at the same time. So very important aspect of Linux is Linux doesn't work as per extension. So if you give a file extension, it is okay. If you didn't give extension, that is also okay. So let's create a multiple files at the same time. How we can create that? So we can create that using a command touch. And let's say I have to create a file 1, file 2, and file 3. So here you can see I have used a command touch and I have given a 3 file names, file 1, file 2, file 3. It's my choice if I want to give extension or not to give extension. So if I don't give extension, that is also fine. I don't need extension. So I'm not giving any extension and I will press enter. And you can see if you came to the next line without any error, means your command executed successfully. If you made a mistake, let's say I made a mistake, I will do spelling error and I will press enter. So you will get an error like this, bash error, TOC command not found. So if you did not give any error, it means your file, your command has been executed successfully. So now I want to see all the files which are created. So which command I have to use. So I want answer from everyone because you are attending the session. So let me know answers. What is the command to see the files in the extension? Which command we have learned? Yeah, Gnaneshwar, very good answer. ls. ls is a command which we have learned. Shital also good answer. ls. Okay. So now here Gnaneshwar has given LS, a small, both small letters. And Shital has given answer as a capital L and small s. So let's check if we can use capital L and small s. So you can see it is showing these results. File 1, file 2, file 3 practice. But you can see it is showing a different way. And if I type small ls, it is showing in a different way. So always remember, Linux is a case sensitive language. So small ls is having different meaning and capital ls is having a different meaning. So we have to use a small ls, and all the commands which we are going to use will be a small letters. Any command which we use on Linux is always a small case letters. So this is ls command which list all the files directories in your folder. So here you can see a file 1 is created, file 2 is created, file 3 is created, and these are the two folders which we have created. So this is the simple commands which we can use to create the files and folders. Okay, so now here we have created a files. Okay, and as we know, in Windows there are some hidden files. Same thing also here available. So if we want to see if there is any hidden files, or we want to see the more details about these existing files and directories, then there is a command ls-la, or you can use it -al. Both way it will give the same result. So now here you can see as I type ls-la or ls-al, it is showing me there are total 53. And now here you can see the output is different. So here you can see these are the two hidden files, dot dot and two dot dot. And that file's result was not visible when we use ls command. So when we use ls command, we will able to see these only two folders and four files. But now here, if I use ls-al or ls-la, I am able to see these two extra files or folders. So now here we need, in graphical user interface, we can see the icons and we can understand these are the files and these are the folders. But here it is little bit difficult because we are used to graphical user interface. So here we need to make a practice to observing which is a file and which is a folder. So in that case, we can use this command ls-la, and you can see here these are the dot. This is a file or folder. So here you can see, first thing, it has a slash. It means it is a directory. Then this two dot also having a slash. It means it is a directory. Just like we created directory Linux, it has a slash. We created directory practice, it has a slash. So this is a one observation which you can find out it is a file or a directory. At the same time, when you do ls-al, you can see the first character is a D. Here you can see it has a slash, it has the first character is a D. It means it is a directory or folder. Here also it has a slash, it has a D. It is a directory. So this is a second observation. You can find out it is a file or a directory or a folder. But here you can see it is a file 1, file 2, file 3. It has hyphen or dash. It means it is a directory. Sorry, it is a file, not the directory. And this is a folder which we create to practice. It is showing here as a D. So it is a directory. If it don't have hyphen or it has a D, then it is directory. And if don't have anything, it is a file. So let's create one more file and observe what it shows. So I will create one more files. So I want to create a multiple files. I can use a touch command, touch test one, test two. So these are two files I am creating. And let's create a one more directory or folder and give it name as a sample directory. And let's check using command ls-la, ls-la. So here you can see I created two more files with test1, test2, and it is having a hyphen hyphen, means it is these are the files. And I created a sample directory. You can see here it is a D. So now you may have a question about what other characters. So don't worry, we will see all about this in detail in upcoming classes. But this is your first session, so I don't want to make you more confused. So we will slowly go ahead. So now I hope you are clear about how to create a files, how to see those files, right? Confirm yes. If you're enjoying the session, type yes. Or if you're not getting, you can ask me anytime. You can type here or you can raise your hand and I will allow you to speak. Okay. So Aditya saying yes, Shital saying yes. Okay. I want responses from everyone, guys, so that I will see you are attending session and not sleeping. Okay. Tejas confirm yes. Good. Okay. Responses from everyone is important so that it will keep you in the session. Okay. So very good observation, guys. Okay. So next, what we need to do in our copy paste. In Windows, what we do a copy and paste. So here, let's say we have to copy a one from one file to another file. So let's say this is our file syllabus.txt. So here, if you want to read that file without going to editor, then you have a command cat, and you can see just type 2 or 3 letters and press tab. It will auto-complete the name of the file. So here you can, I will show you once again. I have typed syllabus. I will just type sy and I will press tab. So it will auto-complete the file name. So I open this file. So I can use this cat command to read the file. So this is a file content. Hello learners, welcome to DevOps class, morning batch 8 a.m. IST. Only 3 lines are available in this. But here I can only read the content of the file. I cannot type or edit the content of this file. Okay, so that in that case, you can use the command cat. Okay, so now here, let's say we want to understand more about this command. So we can type cat help. Sorry, help cat. So here you can see, if I made any mistake, it suggests me no help topics match cat. Try help or man hyphen k cat or info cat. So let's type man hyphen k cat. So it is not available. So this is not showing us any result just because this is not a Linux. Actually, this is a Git bash, which I have installed. And when we will use a Linux machine, so we will see the help files also, so that it will show us, give the details about those commands. How can we use those commands and all. Okay. So let's skip this. I will show it tomorrow when we will have the Linux machine ready. Okay. So this is we have learned about how to create the files. So now here we have to learn how to copy files from one place to another place. So here command is very simple, cp, and then we have to type source path, and then we have to type destination path. So this is a syntax. Cp stands for copy, and from here we have to copy that file. We have to type this here information, and destination where we have to copy that we have to type here. So let's see what we have to do. I'm doing ls so that everyone can see this. So let's see. This is a syllabus.txt file, and I want to copy this file to practice folder. Okay. So how I can do that? Cp means copy. And what is the file? Syllabus. I will type sy and then press tab. It will autocomplete. And where I have to copy, I have to type move it to the practice. So I just type prac and press tab. It autocomplete. So press enter. And now you can see no error means successfully copied the file. So let's go to the practice folder. You can do the same thing for folders or directory as well. I just type pra and pressing a tab. You can see it auto-complete a practice, and I am cd means change directory. I want to go inside this practice directory. So I'm pressing enter, and now here I want to do ls. So now you can see if I do ls, I can see the file has been copied. I want to read the content of the file. I will use the command cat and syllabus.txt, press enter. You can see same file has been copied. So this is a simple command to copy the files. This is called a CP, source, from where we have to copy that file, and then destination where we have to paste that file. So let's see, we have to copy this file to the folder inside the folder. That can be also done. So here you can see where I am. You can see here DevOps practice. Here I am. Or if you think you are confused where you are, just type pwd. It will show present working directory. So you can see here where you are. So you are inside this DevOps batch folder, inside that practice. So now here I have to go back to the DevOps batch. Means I want to go back to this previous level. So how I can do that? So for that, we have to use cd again, change directory, and give us one space and type two dots. Two dots means one position back. So type cd. So you will get back to this DevOps batch root folder. Okay. So this is how you can create a files folder and how you can create the copy. So let me give one more example for you copy. So let's see, I do ls whenever I want to see the files inside this folder. So let's see, I want to move this file one to the sample directory one. Okay. So what is the command? Cp and type cp, then file. Now here you can see there are three files with file one, file two, file three. But here if I do fi and type a tab, it is just completed a file because it is confused between where you want to go. So it just completed cp file, and here if you type one, then it will complete the file one. So this autocomplete feature will, let's say if I type F and press type, it will show you only this path because these are the three files. And then you have to manually type one. But in case if it is a unique name, let's say yes, yes is the only unique name here. I just type CPS and press tab. So here you can see, sorry, it is also not unique. It has two results. One is a sample directory and one is a syllabus. So what is the unique? How I can make it unique? Just typing sy. So now it is unique and I press tab, it will complete the autocomplete the name of the file. So now here you can understand how you can use this autocomplete feature using a tab. So here you don't need to type the entire file name. You just type 2 to 3 characters and press tab. Okay. So now here what we want to do, we want to copy this file one inside this sample directory. So we have learned cp command, and always whatever command we are using in Linux, it will have a same pattern. Command name, source and destination. Means first we have to define the source of the file, and then we can define the destination. So what is source? So source is the current folder. So I will type cp file one, and where I want to keep this. So I want to keep this into sample directory. So here also, just like we do control C, control V, we can use same thing here as well. But here we have to use select this. We have to use control insert, and then we have to, for paste, we have to use shift insert. So now you can see I'm able to copy paste, but I'm using control insert and shift insert. So if I do cp file one sample directory and I press enter, the file will get copied. So if I do, I want to check this. Okay. So here, one more thing. I don't need to go inside this directory to read that file. What I can do, I can read that directly, mentioning the path cat. I can read it cat sample directory, and then I will, sorry, what I have done, I have done file. So enter. So here you can see no result. Why there is no result? Can anyone tell me? If I am doing cat sample, I don't get any result. Why it is not showing me result? Because we have created these empty files. There is no data inside those files. Hence, cat command is not showing us any result. So now let's read the file same way which we have copied into the practice folder using a cat command. So now you can see my current position is DevOps batch. I am into this folder, but I can read the file from the other folders as well. So I will use the command cat, then practice PRAC tab, and then inside that I have copied one file syllabus.txt and I press enter. I can read that file. So I don't need to go all the time into that directory to read the file. Yes, Naneshwar has a right answer. File don't have a content. Correct. So that's why the file, we are not able to see the result of this file one. Let's verify it. So we can do cat file one and press enter. You can see no content is available. So now here, if I want to add content, how I can do that? We have learned about one editor. The name of editor is VI, file one. So where I want to add the content inside the file one, so I can type VI and it will open that file for the. So now you can see it is a totally empty file which we have created using a touch command. So now here, if I want to add the content, again I need to open this file into the insert mode. To make this file into insert mode, I need to press I on my keyboard. As soon as I press I, you can see insert mode is available. If I want to go out of insert mode, I can press escape and you can see now here I cannot type until and unless I press insert I. So now I press I, again I am able to type class. Okay. So I can type it. Here I want to go outside the insert mode. So I have to press shift. Sorry, I have to press escape. As soon as I press escape, you can see insert mode is disappear. So pay attention. At the bottom of the screen, you can see insert is there. Just a second. Okay. So here you can see at the bottom, there is an insert mode. So as soon as I press, let me press escape button, this disappears. And if I want to go back, I can press again insert, it will appear. So if I have type, I just type morning batch and I want to save this. So I will press escape and then I will press shift colon. So you can see two dots appearing at the bottom of the screen. And then I have to write. For that, I will type W for write. And so you can see written means 3 lines are written to this file. I have written this file. So 3 lines. How you will see 3 lines? This is a line 1 and this is a empty line. And then 3 lines are been written. So now if I want to go outside this file and go back, then I will press shift colon and Q and enter. So I will get out of the file. Or if I want to get out at the same time, I can type WQ. Yes, Aditya Nagture, right answer, WQ. So this is the way how I can write the file. Okay. So now here, what we have learned, how to copy the files, how to create a files, how to create a folders, how to create a multiple files at the same time and using command touch. So touch command allows us to create multiple files at the same time. Okay. So now next we have to rename the file. How we can do that? So here to rename file and move the file. In Linux, there is only one command. Using that command, you can move the files as well as you can rename the files. Okay. So how it Linux understand it has to move the file or rename the file, that let's see. So let's see, we have a file one and I want to rename it. Okay. So I can use the command called mv. So if I use mv source file, so first thing file one. So here I have to give new name. So that will be come into the second place. So I will rename it as a new file one and press enter. And if I do ls, you will see file1 has been renamed to the new file1. How we can achieve this? Using the command mv. So how to use it? If I want to rename this file, so keep that file at first place, which I have to rename, and then give us name to where which I want to rename it. So I wanted to rename it as a new file1. So using mv command, I am able to rename that file. So I am able to rename this, and you can see it is showing as a new file1. Understood, everyone? How to rename the file? Type yes if you understood, and I will show you how we can move that file. Okay, if you're not understood, let me type no, be honest. Okay, I can see only Aditya has replied yes. Tejas is also saying yes. What about others? You don't understand how to rename the file? Okay, no problem. I will show it once again. So now here you can see I am this file to new file1. Now I want to make it as a file1. Let's restore the file name. So how I can do that? Pay attention at the bottom of the screen. You can see mv. Okay, and what is the file name? New. I will complete, and I want to rename this file. So this is my file which I want to rename. So I will keep this file at first place, new file1, and I want to rename it to the file1. I will keep it at second position with one space. So mv new file1, I will press enter. And if I do ls, you will see the file which was showing as a new file1 is now renamed as a file1 using the mv command. Okay, the same thing or same command we can use to move the files. So we have learned how to copy files. So whenever we copy, what happens? The original file remains at the same place. You have done in Windows, Control X, Control V. So what we do, we move file from one place to another place. Same thing we can use done to using the same command. We want to move this file, or let's move this test1. Okay, now here you can see test1 is a file that I want to move, means I want to cut and paste into the Linux folder. So how I can do? I have to use the same command mv. I will use a test1, and now here I don't want to rename, I want to move. So whenever I want to move, I am giving the path. So I can copy paste here using control insert and shift insert and press enter. So if I do ls, you will see the test1 file has been disappeared from this DevOps batch directory. Where it is, it has been moved to the Linux folder. Let's check. Go inside the Linux folder, cd Linux, and now here if you do ls, you will see test1, right? So now you understand mv command is used to restore the rename the files as well as move the files. So I will show it once again for those who don't understand. If you don't understand how I have moved, let me move this file again. I will use the same command mv. Okay, now observe carefully where I am. I am at Linux. Okay, so mv, I will type test1, and where I want to move this file, I want to move this to the DevOps batch, right? So then I need to give the entire path. So let me give a simple example. cd, okay, cd, I came back to the my previous folder, DevOps batch. So here you can give the complete path wherever you want to move the files. So if I do ls, you can see these are the files available. Let's move this file1 inside the sample directory. So how I can do mv, which file I have to move? I have to move file1. So I will type file1, and where I have to move? I have to move inside this folder. So I will copy paste using control insert and shift insert, and file will get moved. So if I do ls, you will see here file1 was available before I am moving this file, and now you can see this file has been disappeared. And where it is file, so it is inside the sample directory. So I can Either I can do cd, or I can simply read that file using cat command. So you can see I have given the path sample tree slash file1 to read the file. So I have used a cat command, and you can see using cat command, I can read the file without going to that particular destination. So I hope everyone understood now how to create a files in Linux, how to create a directory, how to copy files from one place to another, how to rename file, how to move the files. Okay, so I will stop here, and I will open the forum for question and answers. If you have any questions answer, you can raise your hand, and I will unmute you, and you can speak, or you can type in the chat box if you have any questions regarding today's session or a DevOps batch. If you have no questions, type no questions in the comment box. Type no Q. So I will understand you don't have any questions. And we will continue this session tomorrow with the same link, 8 a.m. Okay. And regarding timing, the timing, this is a temporary timing which we have set. Once you enroll to the class, once you paid the fees, and then we will find out who have taken admission, and we will find out the common timing which is available for all, and we will schedule the batch timing according to that. Okay, so if you have understood today's session, good, but accidentally I forgot to start the recording. So for those who missed the session, they will not have access to this, and tomorrow we will record the session so that everyone can attend that without fail. So see you tomorrow, same time, morning 8 to 9. Okay. And make sure you install the virtual box. I have already shared the links. Make a copy of those links which are in your chat box. 2 links. Install it on your laptop. If you have got any issues, you can ask me tomorrow, and you can try the same commands practice which I have learned. And I will share the notes as well for you. And tomorrow I will share the notes, whatever we have learned. Okay. If you have no questions, we can stop here. See you tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining. See you tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.